Hi guys, Scott here with a new show called Scotty Side. This is episode 1 to it, and this show is different from the other one called Tech Lounge, have you seen in my previous videos. And tonight I have a special guest. You've seen him in my previous shows as well, Norbert Bernatchez. Hey Boo, how are you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you, man?
I'm doing alright, thanks for asking.
That you've been to an accident?
Well, it was a mock accident, really, and it was really interesting. It was informative and well staged. The actors were really good, and they made it seem so real.
Cool. How was it?
It was a part of a program. It was called Prevent Alcohol and Risk-Related Trauma in Youth. It's to teach grade 9 and 12 about drinking and driving, as well as other drugs behind the wheel of a motorized vehicle.
Cool. All right. Sounds very informative.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
I got a few questions for you.
Sure, man. Go ahead. Ask away.
What's the first thing that goes onto a scene on an accident?
Well, first and foremost, if there's a witness or the victim of the accident is able to call 911, they give them the information of what the situation is, and then the 911 dispatch calls the police officer to go assess the situation at the scene. And that's where it all starts.
If the person needs more help?
The officer, after he's done looking at the scene and looking at the situation of the accident, if they need any medical attention, they will proceed to dispatch the ambulance. And the ambulance goes there and actually looks around and make sure that there's no, if there's any medical attention needed from them, then they'll go and look around, see who needs the help.
Say if the victim is stuck in the car, what did he do then?
Either the police officer or the ambulance or the paramedic at the scene at the time then proceeds to call dispatch, and dispatch asks for a jaws of life, aka they call that auto extrication. The professionals are the fire department that owns the tools for auto extrication or jaws of life, for those who want to be easier to understand the term.
Wow, takes a lot of people to be a specialist to be on the scene of an accident.
Yes, it does, because it depends on the magnitude of the accident. Sometimes you don't need the fire department for auto extrication, but if the accident is bad to the point that the victim is stuck in the vehicle and they have to be removed in a certain way, sometimes the door can only be removed and the person can come out that way. But in certain cases, if the person that's injured needs to be extricated from the vehicle, then they proceed by cutting the roof off.
Cutting the roof?
If the person that needs medical attention, like I was saying, that has a, let's say a broken leg, and they cannot remove that person, or I don't mean a broken leg, could be anything that they can't really move the person out of the door, they then use the jaws of life to cut. They first take the window off, and then they cut all the pillars around the roof, and they tape it so they don't do any other harm to the person that's getting out of the vehicle.
If there's death involved, what happens then?
Well, they call the coroner, and then the coroner does an initial investigation and asks a couple of questions and looks at the victim, and he does what he's got to do, and just investigates and puts his own, his say in, what's going on and all that. And unfortunately as well, if there is a death at the scene, that they have to call the funeral home to have that body taken away to the hospital to have an autopsy performed, and unfortunately they have to call the family of the deceased body.
My wife is a paramedic, but I didn't think that it would be that much of a job to do. I've heard stories that she told me, but I never thought it would be that extensive.
Well, it's to tell you the truth, it's to be there, to see a mock accident in process. It was really believable, and just in the past winter, I have been on the scene of a call that needed jaws of life or auto extrication, and they have a window of about 20 minutes to remove that person if they need be out as fast as possible. They have a window about 20 minutes to get out, but that one there, the lady really kept her composure. She did a really good job, but in certain cases, just like I said, sometimes it can go to removing the top to be able to take the person out of the vehicle.
Do you think I'm asking you a bit too much questions?
Oh, not at all, not at all. You know, it's for the people here to understand that, you know, drinking and driving or consuming other drugs can lead to, you know, an accident that, you know, that can, you know, have serious repercussions. Certainly at this time of the year, we're falling into the month of June, where the grade 12 of the local schools, and even down your way, Boo, there's going to be house parties, graduation parties, and is to raise awareness for the people not to drink and drive. You know, it's an important future for them to, you know, to actually, you know, have fun and, you know, live a life and not get into a car stupidly enough with somebody that, you know, had drugs or drank or had alcohol or under the influence, may as well say, while operating a motor vehicle, which you can, you know, lose a life, lose your license, you know, and there's other, like it's to raise awareness to the, you know, the teenagers out there to, you know, just use your head, you know. You know, even if you're intoxicated, somebody should actually tell you, know, like, don't get in that car, or, you know, just don't drive, or, you know, period. It's pretty much what it is.
Cool. Well, thanks for all the info. I know that soon a hospital here is going to have like a mock airplane accident. Hopefully I can get footage of that too, and hopefully. And if I get the footage, well, I'll share it with everyone and do the same thing as you did. And thanks for having me on your show. And one more question. Aren't you a volunteer fireman in Campbellton?
Yes, I am, Boo, and it's, I don't know why I didn't join the brigade before, but just like I said in one of the previous questions, that I have attended to an auto extrication call. That was, I haven't been there for a year yet, and I didn't pass the course yet, but I can still go on scene and help my fellow firemen assist in the procedure, but I can't use the tools. But just being able to help a person that's in need of, you know, of a professional help, that means a lot, you know. Firemen, policemen, ambulances, you know, ambulance people. You know, they need help from sometimes a special service, and sometimes a fireman comes in very handy for either lifting or the jaws of life, or could be anything really. So, you know, being a fireman means a lot. My dad was a fireman, my uncle is a fireman, my grandfather was a fireman. So, you know, I'm just trying to keep it, you know, going.
Well, that's all the questions for me. Thank you for having me on your show.
Anytime, Boo. So I know that you're going to be kind of busy with some renovations on your new house, so you won't be on for a while?
For a while I won't be on, yeah.
All right. Keep us posted anyways there, bud. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Yep.
All right. So we'll be talking to you again soon, Boo. Thanks again.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. So, all right, guys. This was a quick little show for you guys on the first episode of Scotty Side. This show might end up in part 1 or 2, and keep your eyes open for that for some announcements on Facebook, and take a look at our YouTube channels. That's Seek Productions, and 50 cents flics. So I'll put the links in the description box below. And until next time, thanks. This is Scott from Scotty Side. Thanks for watching. Bye. And before I go, I'll be inserting a couple of clips of the party program that I attended to show you guys a little bit what went on. I'm not going to post up the whole video because it's a little over than a half hour long. So thanks again for watching, and see you next time. Bye guys.